In today's video, I'll be showing you how to multi-stream to YouTube Shorts using the Aitum Vertical Plugin in OBS. This guide is aimed at people looking for more ways to tackle the monetization requirements to hit YouTube Partner. This includes reaching 1,000 subs and 4,000 public watch hours. I've been a YouTube Partner since April 2023, and I have not been able to achieve this without live streaming on YouTube. For perspective, out of my 4,000 watch hours, 3,000 of them came from live streams and VODs of my streams in the span of 10 months. And back then, we only had horizontal live streams. So the discoverability was bad, and I was only able to get 10 to 20 watch hours per stream. At the end of 2023, Shorts were in beta, and we were able to test that out. So starting in 2024, we had the ability to go live in vertical format across the board in the YouTube Shorts feed. This was a game changer because instead of the 10 to 20 views I was getting before, now I was getting thousands of views by going live in vertical, with one of the most recent streams hitting 82,000 views. And with this increased viewership, I'm getting upwards of 300 hours and 100 subs per stream. Like, I wish I had access to this back when I was grinding for partner, because I would have been able to get partnered in months. So I've been telling all my friends on social media to do it, and many of which have been partnered almost entirely through live stream. So now that you've heard my testimony, let's get into how to set this plugin up in OBS. So first, what you need to do is go to aitum.tv. And this link will be in the description for you to download the plugin for your respective operating system. And you want to go down to Aitum Vertical Plugin. After you download this, go back to your OBS and open it up. And when you open it up, you should see a bunch of docs on your screen. It should be the vertical scenes, and the vertical sources docs. If you don't see them on your screen, don't worry. All you have to do is go to the docs in the file menu and then click those docs, and they'll show up for you. So vertical scenes, vertical sources, and vertical are the important ones, right? Once you click those, you'll have the docs, and you can just place them however you want on here so that it's not all muddied up. I like to stack them on top of the respective horizontal counterpart. So I put my vertical sources on top of my horizontal sources so that they're next to each other. And then I put my vertical scenes next to my regular scenes in OBS. So I just stack that on the box, and I'll show you how it looks, right? So you just pop it out. Let's see, where is it? You see, when you pop it out, you can move that, and you can just literally stack it on top of there. So that's what I do. And then my vertical canvas, so the vertical doc right here, is how you build your scene. So this is my setup for like just chatting. So I just, in my vertical sources, I just added a webcam and a social media banner at the top just to fill up the rest of the space so that people know where to find me if they see me. And from there, one of the most important things you want to do is you want to make sure that your horizontal, you know, if you're streaming on Twitch, whatever you're doing on Twitch, when you're switching from scene to scene, say you have a starting soon screen, and then you go to just chatting, and then you go to your gameplay, you don't want to have to be manually switching these scenes on your vertical stream. So you actually can link them, which is like one of the best features about this plugin. So all you do is go to your vertical scenes, and then you see this just chatting. So I have like TikTok just chatting, so I right click it, and then you have an option that says linked scenes. You see? And you can just check which horizontal scenes that you want it to be linked with. So right now I have it set to new just chatting. So that's my just chatting scene when I'm streaming on platforms like Twitch. And every time I switch, those will always move together. So that's really important there. Make sure you set that up. Next, you want to go into your settings. So on the vertical dock, you're going to see a little cog wheel. You hit that up. And you just want to make sure you go through all your settings here. Most of you are going to be streaming in 1080p. So make sure that your canvas is, of course, is vertical. So it's a 9:16 ratio. So for you guys, it's going to be 1080 by 1920. My numbers are different because I actually stream in 1440p. I'm a quality and a frame snob, and I have like better hardware. So I actually stream vertically to YouTube in 1440p. It's been treating me good. If you want to try it, you can, but 1080p will work for most people. And then from there, make sure you also have the option of recording clips in a vertical format through this plugin. But if you're not using it for that, make sure you uncheck this box. I've seen a lot of folks hit me up, saying like, hey man, I'm getting a lot of performance issues and drop frames, is because this option was turned on and it was recording on top of whatever else they were doing while they were trying to stream. So make sure you uncheck that. I have this little warning right here because I actually use the Multistream, Aitum Multistream plugin that actually lets me stream horizontally in other places like Kick, Facebook, and whatnot. And some of you guys might use it if you guys want to stream horizontally to YouTube as well while you're streaming vertically, but that's a separate video. I'll cover that later. But this is where you basically going to be changing your settings. So this is where you change your bit rate. I stream at 1440p, so I stream at a higher bit rate. So that's at 24,000. You guys mostly will have a sweet spot between 6 and 10,000 is a good bit rate for 1080p on YouTube based on what your upload speeds are looking like. And then right here is you want to use the box that says use main OBS settings. That way you're not doing an extra encode and using more resources. What it'll do is it'll basically just take whatever you're sending to Twitch or whatever horizontal platform and use that same encode to repurpose it for your vertical stream. So that's why I have used main OBS settings there. And then let me show you, like I said, I have the Multistream plugin, so I have to go through here. So, but this interface should look the same to you. So if you click here, this is actually where you add your different platforms that you want to stream vertically. So while you're here, what you're going to do is you're going to do add output and you're going to select your platform. So you guys doing this one, you guys going to hit YouTube. And then from YouTube, you can name it whatever. YouTube output is good. And then the server, you can keep it at the primary ingest server. This is where, you know, if you have issues with drop frames or network issues, this is where you would change the server that you're connected to. It's kind of like how you have different ingest servers on Twitch. But the primary YouTube ingest server should be good for all of you guys, right? And then YouTube stream key, that's where you add your stream key. So we're going to go and show you how to get that for folks that don't know how to. What you're going to do is on YouTube, you can go straight here. Go to go live, right? And what you want to do is go to manage. Some people like to go straight to stream. I don't like doing that because I feel like there's a lot of information that's missing when you just go straight into there. I like to add my title, my description, my tags, put it in a playlist, put my thumbnail. So I always go to manage and I schedule my stream. Even if it's right before I'm going live, I'll schedule my stream a minute before I go live because it's just better. So from here, what you'll do is, you see me, I stream all the time. So the benefit of it is once you have settings or streams already live, you can actually reuse the settings for these and you have to do stuff from scratch. But I'm going to show you guys how to set it up from scratch if you're a new streamer. So you hit create new, right? And then you just go through all these fields. So obviously you populate your title. So for this, for people vertically streaming, my suggestion, my go-to is I kind of treat it like the shorts feed, because that's where they're going to be discovering your streams anyways. Is you're going to basically talk about what your stream is going to be about and just put the name of the game in there. And that's really all you need to do. So it's like, for example, I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight and like Monster Hunter. So like for Hollow Knight, I could say, you know, first Hollow Knight playthrough in prep for Silk Song. And it could be, and this is a multi-episode thing. So this could be, you know, Ep 1. So it's like my first day doing it. That'll be like an example of a title that I would use. And then you would put your description, you know, in this blah, blah, blah. In this Hollow Knight, you know, live stream, I'm, you know, showcasing my live reaction to playing Hollow Knight for the first time. So you'll just type all that in there, put your tags related to the game. So obviously stuff related to Hollow Knight. So if you type Hollow Knight, you'll see stuff like Hollow Knight gameplay, Hollow Knight Let's Play. I usually pick the ones with the most videos. So I'll just put those in there and then add the game. Add my thumbnail. For live streams, I don't make unique thumbnails for every single stream. I'll just kind of like make a template and like change the number for like which episode we are. It reduces the overhead for me. If you have time, if you want to make a unique thumbnail for every live stream, go for it. But like I said, you're streaming to the vertical shorts feed. So no one's going to see that thumbnail. People are finding you while they're swiping the shorts feed, and basically what your appeal is making sure that you have a nice looking overlay and setup so that people will click into the stream and actually watch it. This thumbnail only comes into place after you're done streaming and people can see it. So that's really why I don't really put too much effort in the thumbnail, because like I said, most people are not going to see it. And then I put all my live streams into a big playlist, because you're probably here because you've read my ebook, but I suggest in my book that you put all your live streams in a big playlist. That way people are able to easily binge your content and help you rack up that 4,000 watch hours. So that's why I have that playlist. And this is every single live stream I've done since I've been on YouTube streaming in 2021. And then put all your tags, you know, Hollow Knight, if we're just doing that, and anything related to the game, put those in there and then go from there. You're not going to have this monetization. If you're still grinding for partner, you're not going to have this monetization option. But if you are already partnered, I actually do a balanced, which is medium earnings potential balanced viewer experience. And I let YouTube insert mid rolls for you. So you'll be able to get some ad revenue. And I've talked to a lot of my friends, even people that don't have YouTube Premium. They say that the ads are not bad at all. It's nothing like Twitch where you're getting slammed in the face with ads every 2 seconds. This is way better. So if you are partnered already on YouTube, don't be afraid. Put the monetization on your live streams, do the balance mode, and you'll get some ad revenue during your live streams, as long as you're not playing any copyrighted music. And then also after the fact, when it becomes a VOD and people are able to watch it. The next, going into the customization, I check all these. I like doing live chat, lets viewers send messages to you, to each other during the live stream. Obviously you want people to be able to chat. Live chat replay is something I put on for the VOD. So live chat replay shows the original messages sent anytime someone watches the video recording of your live stream. So when people go back and watch it and they want to see how chat was reacting, they'll be able to see it with that. Live chat summary. This is an option. It might not be available for everyone, but this gives you some people the option to see an AI generated summary of the chat. And then the leaderboard is a new feature that shows like the top 50 viewers who've been engaged in your community during the live stream. So all the people that are typing, as they keep typing, they earn XP. And it shows up on the top and it resets every stream. I really wish this was available for all like the month, but it's cool. It's a cool little thing to work towards and show who's most engaged. For this, you know, participant modes, you want anyone coming in there to be able to chat. Some folks I've noticed, I talked to some of my friends, if you're playing a game where a lot of people are ruining the game because it's a new title, or folks are like backseating and trying to tell you what to do, you can feel free to change this option to other things like subscribers only. And you can even set like the amount of time they have to be sub to you, which is 1, 5, 10, 20, or a custom duration. Or you can set it to members only so that they only can talk. And you can do live commentary, which is live commentary mode limits participants to the people you approve for your channel. And then you can just add the people. But most of the time I just do anyone because I'm basically trying to get most engagement, most people to watch. And one way to get people to watch your content is by allowing them chat and also you acknowledging them and reading their messages. Then I have live reactions turned on. Oh no, live reactions is when people can do like the little emojis in the chat. You'll see like heart and laugh and they can just and smash that, and those are the live reactions. Message delay. Most people won't be using this, but this is a way to slow down how fast people could put messages in. If your chat is moving way too fast, you can't keep up with it. This is something that you can utilize. Redirect. So redirect is the thing that this is basically YouTube's version of rating, like on Twitch. So at the end of your stream, when you end it, you can actually send your viewers over to a premiere or another live stream. So this is a great way for you to help support other creators. So you just go in here. So if you want to pick one of your own videos, it'll show up on this side, on the left side. So search your videos. But if you want to search videos from other channels, you click this. And right now you'll see like these are all people that are live right now. So these are really great creators. So shout out to my homies that are live right now. We got Retro, my boy Coyote, Wildfire, Diadina, Retro Recap, you know, my boy OGMC, Referee Clark, and Nelly Dre. And so these are all people that are streaming right now. So you have to be subbed to these people, and this gives you the option to select them and send your viewers over there. I'm so happy to see more people here because, you know, back when I first started streaming, there was no one on here. I had no one I could raid. So I'm happy that you guys are actually streaming on this platform, and I want to be able to help more people stream on this platform. So that's why we're doing this guide. So that's live redirect. And then trailer is basically if you schedule your stream and then the time leading up to it, people are able to watch like a YouTube short while they wait for the countdown. So say if you want to stream 30 minutes from now, you can pick like one of your cool shorts that you made. And while people are waiting in the lobby, they'll be able to see this playing. That's a cool thing that they added recently. The next, visibility. You know, obviously you want it to go public. If you want people to actually be able to see it, you do it, you put it in public. We'll just do private for testing purposes. Okay. And then we'll go to done. So now this is basically your dashboard that you look at. So we did all this so that we can grab our information to put back into OBS. So from here in your stream settings, you obviously got your default stream key. So folks that are streaming vertically, you can use the default stream key and it will kind of basically adjust to whatever you're outputting from OBS. You know, I like to actually create my own stream key that I just don't get confused. So like you can do create new stream key. And then for this case, we'll just call it vertical YouTube stream key or vertical streams, right? And we'll use RTMP as the protocol, and then stream resolution. I turn on manual settings. And then from here, you can pick whatever you want. So most of you guys are going to do 1080p, and it says 3,000 to 6,000. So I like to go on the upper end of stuff for higher quality. So I'll either do 6,000. I maybe even pump it even higher than that. And then turn on 60 FPS option. So you want that on so that you have a clean and crisp, smooth stream. And then you hit create. So then that changes that. So now you see the stream key has changed. So you get vertical. So we got the vertical YouTube test. That's the stream key we made. And the stream key's here. And all you do is hit copy. And then you go back to OBS. You hit your settings here on the YouTube vertical thing that you added. You go to output settings and then you paste the key in here. And then you save it. And now you have that in there. You can hit OK. So going back to the dashboard, I just want to make sure that the rest of our settings are right. You want to prioritize fast interaction with your viewers. So stream latency is basically how much time, the delay between what people see and what you're doing. So there's normal low latency and ultra low latency. So if you're streaming at 1080p, you actually can go all the way to ultra low latency, but it doesn't support closed captions in 1440p and 4K resolutions. I stream at 1440p, so I have to do low latency, and I've never really had a complaint from people about it taking too long for them to see, or for me to see their chat message. So, but definitely do the lowest latency that you possibly can do, right? Next to the additional settings, I always put on auto start. So auto start, what that does is basically as soon as you start sending your stream from OBS, the stream will start. That way, because if you don't have this on, what happens is you have to send a stream from OBS, meaning start your stream from OBS, and then there's going to be a box up here and you have to hit start stream. So some people will be streaming for a while and then they'll never start their stream on YouTube because they forget to hit the button in the dashboard. So I always do enable auto start. For the next setting, enable auto stop, I actually don't turn that on. Why? Because as soon as you stop sending information from OBS, it will immediately kill your stream, which in most cases, some people might say, oh, that's pretty good, but it's not. Because if you have any technical difficulties, this will kill your stream. And when you restart your stream, it's going to make another stream on your page. So if you ever see people that have like internet issues or their computer crashes, if you go to their page on YouTube and go to the live section, you'll see a bunch of different streams that are like 2 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. Is because they have enable auto stop enabled. If you have it off, what happens is if you get disconnected, YouTube will just kind of like pause your stream. And then whenever you reconnect, it'll just resume from there. So it'll still keep all your information in one live stream. So that's why I always keep it like that. And then next I do enable DVR. That's to let people to go back and rewatch it. And like I said, closed captions you can turn on if you're doing 1080p or lower. And I do not unlist live replay when stream ends, because if you are grinding for YouTube partner, your live streams must be public for you to get the hours for your 4,000. Do not unlist your live streams if you want to get credit for YouTube partner. It must be public. So unlisting, privating, and deleting your live streams will nuke your hours. All right. So this is I've seen people do this. I'm warning you guys that if you guys are trying to get monetized in a timely manner, keep your stuff public. And then from there, chat, it always defaults to top chat. I don't know why YouTube does this. Some messages such as potential spam may not be available. A lot of people keep this on and they miss a lot of messages from their viewers. Every start of stream, I click live chat. That way you see every single message. You can acknowledge everyone that comes to your stream. If they're saying something you don't like, you can just click their name and remove them and ban them or delete the message and go from there. And this is the top fans leaderboard thing, but you'll see like a number next to their name with a crown and what position they are on the leaderboard. Yeah, so that's basically, you know, setting up your stream. Like you cook up, you set up your, you know, your overlays, right? You configure your settings, you put your stream key details in here. And then from there, what you'll do is a typical run through is if most of you guys are streaming to Twitch right now. So you'll start your stream because I'm logged into Twitch on my OBS. You'll start your stream. And then from there, you'll get the option to hit this to go live on Vertical. So there's multiple ways you can start. You either can like hit this drop down and hit the output that you want. So I have the YouTube Vertical, or you can hit the button here and then I'll start your stream. But make sure that you start your horizontal stream first, because if you remember before, we used the main OBS settings. That means it takes the information you're using in your horizontal to feed your vertical. So if you don't start your horizontal stream, you will not be able to start your vertical because it'll give you an error. So start your horizontal stream, your Twitch stream first, or wherever else you stream. If you stream Kick, that works too. And then after that, you hit this and you'll start streaming to YouTube, and then you'll see it populate. And it'll start up, it'll load up, and you'll start seeing all your analytics, like who's in here and your stream health and all that jazz. And then once you get all that, now you'll be streaming to Twitch and YouTube like a pro. And if you want to know the best way to combine all your chats into a single doc in OBS, check out my video linked here and also in the description. Start vertical streaming today to help you reach your YouTube partner monetization goals. And once you're partnered, you'll see the benefit of streaming. It's a great way to generate new subscribers and new members and super chats due to the increased exposure. You're literally cheating yourself out of easy growth if you're not vertical streaming to YouTube Shorts. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my new YouTube partner monetization strategy ebook if you want to learn how to get your first 1,000 subscribers and vertical live streaming best practices to quickly get 4,000 watch hours. The link is in my description. Until next time, peace.